Tonight, we're diving into some of the most unsettling true encounters ever sent in. Stories of late-night roads, empty towns, and things that follow you home. If you're watching this in the dark, you might regret it. Let's begin. The Possession of Tanya. Let me tell you a story my mom swears is 100% real. And honestly, after hearing it, I kind of believe her. This happened years ago when my mom had a close friend named Tanya. And Tanya wasn't the type of person you'd ever expect something dark to happen to. She was quiet, gentle, a little soft-spoken, the kind of person who apologized even when someone else bumped into her. But everything changed after she started feeding this crow. Yeah, I know how that sounds, a crow. But listen, every afternoon, this bird would sit outside Tanya's window staring at her. Not just chirping, not flying around, staring, like it recognized her. She felt bad for it and left some bread for a few days. And that's when things started getting weird. She stopped sleeping. She'd wake up in the kitchen eating raw food, not remembering how she got there. Her eyes looked sunken, like she hadn't rested in weeks. And one night, she screamed so loud her neighbors ran to the house. When my mom got there, she froze in the doorway. Tanya was being held down by 7 or 8 people, grown adults, and she was tossing them around like they were kids. Her voice changed too. Deep, rough, like something was speaking through her. They brought a priest. The moment he started praying, Tanya's body arched back so hard her bones cracked. And then that voice, not hers, said, "We are 7. She fed us. She belongs to us now." My mom said the room went ice cold. Even the priest was shaking. After the ritual, Tanya didn't remember anything, but the priest told her one thing before leaving. These spirits, they took something from you. You will never bear a child. Tanya tried for years to get pregnant, every single time a miscarriage. And every time she told my mom the same thing. I can feel them, watching, waiting. And here's the part that freaks me out the most. The crow, the one she fed in the beginning, it never came back again. Like it was done with her. But Tanya's nightmare wasn't the only one people still whisper about. The locked classroom. The room they should have never opened. When I was a kid, our school had this one room everyone avoided. Classroom 2B. The door was always locked, the windows painted black from the inside, and teachers got angry even if you ask about it. They'd say, "Don't go near that room. Ever," which of course only made us want to go there more. One day after classes, my friend Mark decided we should play hide and seek. It was stupid, we were like 10 years old, but whatever, it was fun. The school was almost empty. Long hallways, flickering lights, echoing footsteps. It already felt like a horror movie. And then Mark said it. "Let's hide around 2B." I swear, the moment he said that, the air got colder. But we were kids, and kids think they're invincible. So we went. I was the one hiding. I ran down the hallway and, don't ask me why, I tried the door of 2B. And it opened. Not fully, just a crack, like someone on the other side opened it for me. It was pitch black inside. No lights, no windows, just darkness so thick it felt alive. I stepped in and whispered, "Hello?" And I heard it, a soft shuffle in the corner. Not like a rat, more like someone dragging a foot. I froze. Then a voice, low, whispering, said, "Close the door." I bolted outside so fast I tripped and scraped my knee. Mark found me shaking, crying, unable to explain anything. We both ran home.
The next day at school, I tried to act normal. But when classes ended, I walked past room 2B again. And this time, the door wasn't just unlocked. It was wide open. Inside, on the floor, were wet footprints, small ones, like a kid's. They led all the way to the hallway and stopped right in front of my shoe locker. When I told my mom about it, she got pale and whispered, "That room. A student died there years before you were born. A little boy. He was locked inside by accident. They never opened the room again." But that wasn't the worst part. The next morning, I found a small, dusty handprint on my backpack. I lived miles from that school, and I never went near 2B again. And while that door stayed shut forever, another horror was waiting far away.
The screams that weren't asking for help. At 26, I've gotten used to the rhythm of my life. Late shifts, long nights gaming, and a small, quiet townhouse on the edge of a dying suburb. Most nights felt identical. But on that particular week, the stress at work had built up so badly it felt like a weight sitting on my chest. I didn't want to talk, didn't want to game. I just wanted silence. Sleep wouldn't come though. So at 2 a.m., I threw on a hoodie and stepped outside, hoping a walk would calm me down. Night walks always felt strangely peaceful, like the entire world had powered down, leaving only me behind. At first, it was exactly that, peaceful. Every house dark, every street empty, just the hum of distant traffic and the crunch of my footsteps. But the farther I walked, the more the neighborhood seemed to decay. Streetlights dimmed, houses looked older, sagging, abandoned. Eventually, the homes thinned out entirely, replaced by thick clusters of trees choking the road. That's when I heard it. A scream. A man's voice. Not for help. More like someone trying to signal something. Its echo bounced through the woods in every direction, impossible to trace. I froze. Waited. Walked on. Then another scream. Closer this time. Behind me. I turned, and for a moment I saw him, a figure in dark clothes, standing dead center in the road, watching me. I looked away for just a second, and when I looked back, he was gone. I hurried home, heart pounding, but minutes after I sat down inside, I heard a heavy knock at my door. Then a second, then a third. No porch light, total darkness, just a silhouette, the same dark figure. He had followed me home, and he kept coming back for weeks. Every few nights, those same slow, deliberate knocks. I still don't know what he wanted, but I know this. Whatever was happening in those woods, I wasn't supposed to walk away from it. But sometimes evil isn't outside your home. It's already living in it.
The housekeeper. The woman in the hallway. When I was little, my family moved into a small house near a busy road. It wasn't fancy, but it felt cozy at first. We hired a housekeeper to help clean, and she seemed nice enough. Quiet, polite, never really talked much. But after a while, she started acting off. One day, my mom walked into the bathroom and found her crouched beside the toilet, doing something weird with her hands. When my mom asked what she was doing, she jumped and said, "Just cleaning, ma'am." But there was nothing to clean. No brush, no rag, nothing. A few days later, things got worse. My mom found a drawing on the back veranda, 4 black shapes, 2 big ones and 2 small ones. Our family, drawn like shadows. My mom freaked out, grabbed a bucket, and washed it away instantly. That's when everything started going downhill. My parents both got chickenpox out of nowhere. My sister fell from a swing and cut her face badly. My leg got stuck in a bicycle wheel and nearly broke. It was like our house was turning against us. We fired the housekeeper and told her never to come back, and for a few days things felt normal again. Then one night, everything changed. I woke up thirsty and went to the kitchen. The hallway lights were off, but I could see the outline of the living room, and someone was standing there. A woman with a long ponytail, just like the housekeeper's. She slowly leaned her head out from behind the wall, not stepping forward, just stretching her neck unnaturally far, and stared at me with the emptiest eyes I've ever seen. I dropped the glass and ran to my room without even looking back. A few days later, we found out the housekeeper's family suddenly had a streak of injuries and illnesses. Like whatever she did to us bounced back to her. We moved out a month later. New house, new neighborhood, new everything. But sometimes, even today, when the hallway is dark, I swear I can still see that long ponytail turning the corner. If you're still watching in the dark, remember, some stories follow you afterward.